Hey, thank you for coming back to Behind the Scenes in Media. Your host, Tom Gabriel. Your co-host is Charles Espedito. And we have a Romanian actor. And introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Cornell Militaru.
Cornell, all right. I like that name. Beautiful. Awesome, awesome. We got an exciting program today for you. We're going to show like a little demo reel that you brought with you.
Yes, I put together my own demo reel, and I just want to showcase it for everyone at home.
Beautiful. Okay, can we cut to that real fast, please? Thank you very much.
Been knocked down a couple times, been chopping trees. I done something new for this fight.
If I settle for what's comfortable, I will never know what's possible. If I never feel vulnerable, I have not yet seen my full potential. If I never feel afraid, I have not seen my own limit. And once I learned that, I let go. I never looked back.
I know you got him picked, but the man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
Yeah, it's believed to be haunted because apparently 10 years ago, some girl allegedly murdered her boyfriend. Yeah, so we're gonna go investigate and see what's causing these paranormal activities and just see if we could see a ghost on Haunted Hill. You know what, man? I don't even know why you wanted to do this stupid investigation. If something happened to her, our friendship is over.
You're a dead man.
You know, these girls are being so nice, and she's getting married.
Excuse me, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Excuse? I'm not leaving because your bartender hit on me.
You know what? You can keep your mouth shut. I wasn't talking to you. That kind of thing happens here like twice a night.
Where am I?
This is the after-death room. They decide which door we go through. When they call us, the door opens, then we just go on in.
Can't you just talk to me for a second?
Get off me! Let it go! Get off me! Let it go!
Hey! Let her go.
What year were you hit by the car?
1921. It was in May in the middle of downtown Athens.
I remember being in Athens, Greece in 1921 around that time. I saw a child hit by a car, and I had rushed her to the hospital.
What is it? Is something wrong, honey?
It was you that I saw in the street.
Why do you need that, you idiot? Why? I don't get these kind of people. You don't see these kind of people where I'm from. I don't get these Americans. Why you do such stupid things?
Agent Lewis.
Sir,
Show Agent Richards. Make sure he completes his mission.
what do you want me to do with them afterwards?
Oh, and Wes? Make it look like an accident. No messes.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a reporter for the San Francisco Chronicle.
Really?
Yeah, it's only my second week. I just moved here from Kansas City. I used to work for the Kansas City Star.
Must be nice.
Yeah, except it's really hard to find a good story right now. The Chronicle's hurting.
You finished?
Whoa! Hey! What are you doing in my house?
You have the right to remain silent.
What? Why would I remain silent in my own house? That makes no sense.
My house, you fucker!
What?
All right. Wow, listen, look at that. That's incredible. All the way from a boxing type of a adventure, all the way down to, what, a gangster? Or what was that? You walked away, somebody told you to do something, make sure it's clean? I mean, all kinds of parts.
Yeah, it was,
Wow.
I was a cop. Yeah, I got called.
Oh, you were a cop?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like an undercover.
Undercover.
Yeah.
Wow, wow. Amazing, amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate
So,
it.
so tell us a little bit about your background a bit. So you're raised and mom and dad, whatever. Just,
Well, my whole family, they're from Romania. I'm the first generation American. And my background, unfortunately, I didn't come from a entertainment background. I was always just sort of drawn to the camera and music. I was told since I was 3 years old, I was doing beats on couches with drum, like little spoons, whatever I found. I was doing beats on my body before I could walk. So it's just entertainment's definitely in my blood. And I grew up in a very close family. And they were always encouraging me to do what made me happy. So I remember there's this time where my dad showed me this video camera. And he was explaining to me, this is how it works. This is the zoom, this is that. Then I don't remember him saying anything to me. I was just like staring at it. As soon as he gave it to me, that was it. And as far as my background, very loving family I came from. And yeah.
So you're saying when your dad showed you this video camera,
Yeah.
that kind of struck some kind of a flame inside of you, some
Definitely.
kind of a fire,
Definitely.
to something you want to pursue, or was that your first inspiration to become an actor, or?
Yeah, I have to take it back to childhood. Yeah, I was about
Okay.
6 or 7 at the time. And back then I also got my first drum set. So I was constantly messing with the camera, playing drums.
Really?
You know, playing music with my brother. He was playing guitar and singing, and we'd always just be creative. Self-taught musician as well. I tried taking music lessons I lasted for about a week, almost. I told my mom, I don't want to go back. She said, okay, I'm with you. And
So you taught yourself how to play the drums?
yeah.
Really? How far did you go with that?
I still play from like off and on till this day.
Really?
So I just put in any random record if I want to change up my style a bit. I went from like alternative rock to anything from dance to rock, classic rock, and I'll listen to an album, and like once I hear the beat, I just hear it a couple of times, and I catch on fairly quick, and that's how I'm self-taught. It's all listening by ear. I can't read the notes, but I'll eventually get to that.
Wow. Well, it's funny. I bought all my sons, I got 3 sons, drum sets, because I wanted to play the drums and I never had time to do it, so I bought them all drum sets so I could play around. Professional set at 2.5, 3 years old. And one of my sons, they picked it up right away by ear. It was like incredible. It's like, wow, that's a gift. It really is. So you didn't pursue actually the drums and as a professional?
No, I was in and out of several bands in high school and junior high as well, and I've also done numerous of jobs, everything from construction to trucking to numerous warehouse jobs, and it was just something was always missing. I always loved explaining something to someone. I always loved showing something to someone, friends, family, and I loved making my friends laugh. And it was kind of funny, even those people that sit in class like this, it's impossible to make laugh. Somehow I always made them smile. And it was a good feeling. So once I saw that, I'm like, what is that? What is that? I want more of that. And in 2007, there's this guy that was giving some acting lessons, just what to expect when you go into an audition. And I attended that with my brother for about a month. And once I started interacting with people and I did my first performance at a mall. I did a couple monologues, and the crowd, I felt a lot of energy from the crowd. I'm like, this is what I really want to do. At the time, then a job came up, you know, in a different trade, and I started focusing on that and just kind of lost touch with film.
Right.
2012 came around. I'm like, I'm considering getting into film. I got on Google. I didn't know where to look. I'm in a small town in Northern California called Tracy. A lot of people know it, a lot of people don't. It's in San Joaquin County. And it's basically between Sacramento and San Francisco. I have to always name two big cities. It's just there. There's no entertainment community at all. So it's very difficult to, you know, get work over there. You have to travel at least 60 miles to do a short film.
Right.
So
right.
I have to take that opportunity to do everything, you know, that comes my way. And man, it's just amazing that, oh man, I'm just sitting here now, you know, talking to you.
Yeah, I gave you a call, and I know you were saying you were far away.
Yes.
And you might not be able to make it out here, but then you called me back and said, hey, you know what? If it's still open, I can do so.
Yes.
I said, well, let me call you back and see, because I already called somebody else after you told me you couldn't do it. So it is kind of hard to be so far away and not be available at the drop of a dime.
Yes.
But then it worked out, so that was really
Yeah.
good.
I'm 6 hours north, you know, about 345 miles.
Wow. But you've been working in the industry.
Yes.
Right. Okay, nice, nice. And what do you think sets you apart from the everyday struggling actor or actress who's trying to go out there and make things happen? What's the difference, you think?
Well, those that give up, those that get discouraged, those that get scared, those that get intimidated, and they quit, just flat out quit, that means this was never really for you. You thought, oh, that'd be fun. Yeah, I want to do that. Yeah, I want to do that. But when you realize how much work there is behind the scenes to get, even in a short film, with no production team, numerous phone calls, you know, there's a lot of stuff you need to be focused on, and maybe they're not committed to doing all that stuff, so they just flat out quit. I guess I'm different because I don't get intimidated. There's no reason for me to be scared. Of course, everyone has their nerves. They go crazy, but it's just, that's everyone. It's normal. So just, and just the drive that I have, I've never worked so hard in my life on anything. And it's really rewarding seeing that from my parents. You know, they say, I've never seen you work so hard. I'm happy for you. Keep it up.
Nice.
And
do you see your parents often still, or?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Okay. So they're very much a part of your life still.
Yes, they're very
Gotcha.
supportive, yeah.
Nice. So what's what are you doing right now?
So right now, I am working on wrapping up a web series called Disavowed. I have one scene to shoot left, and also I'm finishing up another session of ADRs for that short film, Company Man. We have the trailer out and about right now, and we just have to tighten up some sound towards the end of the scene. Towards the end of the film, last scene. And part-time, while I'm waiting on people to give me a call, I'm working for a Xerox company, just delivering Xerox machines. And it's funny that's kind of, a lot of people are like, oh, that's different. Normally actors, actresses, they get restaurant jobs, you know, because they wait table. I'm like, well, there's no point in me getting a restaurant job out there because that's not where my main focus is. I just got tied up with a few projects there. I'm working on finishing them, and my main focus is in Los Angeles.
Nice, nice.
And so that's what I'm doing
so
part-time.
your future, what do you see yourself, say, like in a year from now? What's your goals in the next
Definitely
year?
to be relocated in Los Angeles.
Okay.
Anywhere in the county. I don't care where it is. And just keep working. Excuse me. Keep working as much as possible.
To be more available for casting calls.
Sure. Yeah. I'm looking to be represented as well. I'm looking for a talent manager and a talent agent. I've done everything from ground up.
Nice.
So once I have my more work established and I can showcase my work, maybe someone will be interested in representing me down the road.
There you go. Now let's touch on the religious aspect of your
Okay.
belief a bit.
Okay.
You know, and what is your main belief? I mean, you got several different beliefs. I mean, what's your main belief that you believe? I mean,
Well, I didn't grow up Christian or you know, raised Catholic or anything, but I definitely have my beliefs that He is watching over me at all times.
right.
And I do have little conversations with Him, and nothing ever went wrong.
Because
and-
that's one thing that stood out when I seen you this past summer
Yes.
at one of the events we're at. And
yeah, Hollywood Hills, a little
Right.
social party, yeah.
Right, and it was basically, we're actually part of that sponsorship that brought that. I think it was Mrs. Hollywood, one of the parties
Okay.
they were having towards that launch of the event.
Mhm.
And you were there, and you stood out to me because you were positive, presenting yourself, reassure, and you said you were a believer, you know, and you give thanks to God up above.
Yes.
So that was the main thing that stuck out to me.
Yeah.
Awesome. Charles, you got so many questions you want to ask?
Yeah, I like the approach that you have. It's a real positive approach because how you handle rejection. You know, and I think a lot of actors have problems with that. They go to auditions. Just kind of curious, how many auditions have you had, and how many roles have you actually succeeded?
Okay, so. Oh boy.
Loaded question.
Sorry. Charles.
He don't talk too much. When he does, he acts like a loaded question.
Okay. So I'd have to say about 6 actual auditions, and I got 4 from those auditions. I landed the roles.
Nice.
It's impressive. Very much so. And how long have you been acting?
So I started taking this serious, to be precise, July 28th, 2012.
Great. Yeah. I like your trailer that you have up there.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
So what do you foresee yourself doing in films mostly, or?
My main thing, I want to focus mainly on film, but I'd love to tackle also commercials, more voiceovers, television, music videos,
Right.
and maybe some time down the road I'll do a theater piece just to kind of have it under my belt and experience it for everyone to watch, and because I've never actually done a theater piece before.
Right.
And actually on my business cards, oh, what have you done on theater? Because I have theater, commercials, television. What shows have you been on? I just put those there because I want to let people know I'm open to doing that. I want to be as detailed as possible so I could try to answer as many questions just with a simple card, So,
Great.
yeah.
And as far as your acting career and helping others, what do you feel what you would like to give back to society once you really make it to the top? What would you like to do?
I just want to thank, my number one thing, I just want to thank my whatever fan base I have right now that followed me from the get-go. When I was just posting, going to an audition in the beginning.
Sure.
Good luck, Cornell. Wish you the best luck. Those people, I want to give thanks because that means a lot. I don't care if it's 100 of you or just one of you. You follow me from the beginning. I had that following, and that's also what increases my drive. Not only the determination that I have, and I'm so focused and motivated, it's the fans that really adds the fuel to the fire.
It does.
Yeah.
Great.
Awesome. Now, take 3 or 4 minutes and look into the camera. I think your camera's there. And give a motivation to somebody who you already inspired, say, over the television audience.
Oh, to someone that I inspired already? Or?
They're probably already inspired over you. Give them some motivation to stay in there and stay in the game.
Okay.
And, I mean, you gave a few motivational things that you went through and how you
Right.
stay with it and stuff. But when the going gets tough and the tough gets going, how do you stay focused and just kind of zero in and talk to the audience?
Okay, guys. Doesn't matter if you're a girl, guy, huge town, small town, does not matter. What matters is that everything right now is going digital. I'm 27, and I'm fortunate enough to grow up in this time where everything is going digital. So it's a lot easier to, get your work out there. About 10, 15 years ago, people would have to go into casting agencies, etc., to drop off their actual demo reel, wait for that phone call. So it's a lot of, cat and mouse with the phone calls, people waiting. You're constantly waiting on the phone calls. And right now, you just need to be focused on what you really want. Make sure this is for you. Make sure. Don't just say, oh, I want to be an actor, I want to be a model, musician. Okay, that's great. It's great to have dreams, but the main focus here is to really get in touch with your inner self and see what makes you happiest. Because if you say, oh, I was on a film set today, did you have fun? Oh, it was cool. But I got to go to work now. I'm so excited. I work at Starbucks. I work wherever. If you get excited over that job more than this, it's not for you. So don't ever get discouraged. Don't let anyone ever tell you that that's wrong. Your best teacher can definitely be you. There's YouTube. You could go on YouTube right now and go to acting tips, how to get an agent, how to prepare for an audition, anything you want. YouTube is like the #1, source to go to. That and Google to find answers. And that's basically all I could share with you from my, previous experiences on little sets. And I haven't done a huge production just yet. I can't wait till I'm a part of it, but everything that I gathered from whatever I've done, I really see how things are like behind the set, and I just try to let all that sink in. I try to learn as much as possible. Learn, learn, learn. You can never learn enough. Okay? And I love all artists. I don't care if you're artist from your basement that makes little shorts, or if you're working at Universal Studios. Everyone has something about them. And it's funny how people say, oh, you're going to move to Los Angeles, Hollywood, there's so much competition. Oh, yeah, there is. There's a lot of competition. But you know what? There's a lot of competition in any business that you do out there. How many coffee places you see around? Everyone's trying to get somewhere. No one is ever going to be able to bring to the table that spark that you have. Every person, I don't care who you are, has something about them. And I'm just speaking from my heart right now. I'm not trying to spice up this interview just to, I encourage you guys to focus on what you really want. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do something. I know you heard that before, but it's the truth. Don't let any negativity get to you. You hear, don't do that, because just block it. That doesn't matter. Focus. That's the #1 thing. Focus, and please be committed to whatever you love doing. Because if you know you could bring something to the table, be true to yourself and make it happen.
Nice.
Very
Wow.
nice.
I was taking notes, but that's awesome. It really is.
Thank you.
It really is. Appreciate that. That's great. Well, you heard it firsthand, and take your notes. Do everything that he talked about doing, and above all, spiritually talking, we know who is the provider. And God did say, he is the vine, and we are the branches. We abide in him, his word abides in us, and we'll know the truth, and will set us free. And everything combined, the wisdom that God can bring in to you, is so outrageous. You go seek, you'll find. Knock, you'll be open. Ask, you'll receive. And God will take care of any dream that you have as long as you put your trust in him. And like you were saying, do not quit. If God gave you a vision and he gave you a purpose, no matter what obstacles is going to come in your way, don't take no for an answer. Just keep on pushing. There might be a little ways you might not be go straight forward. You might have to take a right or a left sometimes. Jump over hurdles, go underneath it, go through, or just bust right through the wall. But make it happen above all, because he's got your back. So we appreciate you tuning in. Any closing thoughts, Charles, you want to give? We got a few more minutes here.
Sure, I like your humble approach. And your openness of willing to
Exactly.
do whatever it takes, and also pursue whatever genre that you want to pursue in acting.
Sure.
That's really
And
good.
try to learn not to turn down roles unless it's really crossing your comfort zone. That's very important.
Right.
If you do not feel comfortable doing something, then don't do it. You can't force yourself to like something. I had to turn down a couple roles myself because it just I wasn't comfortable doing them. And it'll occur numerous of times, but just, yeah.
And just also, what you touched on is you can always learn. You're always learning.
Always learning.
That's definitely. And being humble like that is a great approach. I just want to commend you on that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, well, that's it for today. We appreciate you tuning in to us. And next week, we got a surprise for you. And behind the scenes of media. And basically, stay tuned for this beautiful broadcast network and the Cross and the way television. So, till next week, we'll see you. Thanks for coming to our behind the scenes. Thank you very much.
Thank you for welcoming me, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone watching.
Thank you.
Thank you, Charles.
Thank you.
That's it. Thank you.